market. Getting this paper, you're all in the market. Money drip, 100 pips, I'm about to run the whole market. Profits, I got it, I got it, I got it. Hyperdrive, bought it, I bought it.
What's up, what's up?
You're all in the market. Yeah, ooh, all I gotta do is just follow 4 steps and cash out. TP hit, yeah, cash grip, let's rack out, they're paid.
Look at some trades today.
All is deserved. Profit is all that occurs. Yes, I can give you my word. I got the sniper, the shot. Into straight profit is hot. I'm about to play a few lots. I got what I got. These profits I got. I'm whipping straight foreigns. I'm going reverse in the lane. I'm hitting the spot. Bitcoin's a pill and the moon is the ceiling. Well, we can't complain. Well, this is my plot. Yeah. Money drip. 100 pips. I'm about to run the whole market. Profits. Got it. Hyperdrive. Bought it. Yeah. Getting this paper. You're all in the market.
All right, what's up, guys? What's going on?
Money drip, 100 pips, I'm about to run the whole market.
Let's go ahead and get this rolling. So, guys, look at some trades here, and we got our green list. So, our green list today is going to be our buys. Our red list is going to be what I see sells. In the orange list, we got some big plays happening now. So, we got some right now happening plays as well. All right, so let's go through this blue list. Waiting for a bounce. Sorry, let's go through our green list. Let's go through our buys. So looking at Aud J, right? I'm looking at AUD JPY, and what I'm seeing here is we got a bearish trend here, all right? And then we have a little bit of a pullback, all right? So what we want to do, we want to wait for this zone here. It's playing in this zone here, all right? Playing in this price range here. So we want to see where price touched. It touched so many times here. 1, 2, 3, 4, so many times right here, this level. It's a very big resistance. We have some fundamentals that happen right here. So we want to see price bounce off this support area and head back up to the upside. All right. So I'm looking for AUD JPY to head back up to the upside. Now, the yen just had news. All right. I believe the yen just had news. So let's just check our news on the yen. All right, the yen just had news. Let's check what it says. It's nothing crazy right now. So nothing on news. All right, so cool. All right, so we're looking good on yen. So nothing crazy. Nothing that's going to affect the market too much for the yen. All right, so looking at AUD JPY to bounce off this. This is what I'm looking at. This is our buy limit. It's going to be a buy limit here. All right, this is the buy limit. Now, the buy limit is almost there. So if you see it 2 pips away, yes, you can get in there at that market execution. That's fine. Get on based off your spread. All right. So here are the parameters here for the buy limit. All right, it's for the buy limit here on AUD JPY. I'll give you a second to write that down. So this is by about 3 or 4 pips away right now. All right. So 13 pips away. So it's going to be an intraday trade. It's going to be an intraday trade. This should happen from the A range, which is now, and part of London session. So in part of London session. So this should happen in the A range. This is the A range here. This is our A range. This is your buy limit. It's our intraday trade. We're not holding this for days. All right. This is a big move, but it is going to be about 100 pips to the next zone. AUD JPY does not have a 100 pip ADR, all right? It's more like 65 or 70 around that range, all right? So it's not going to give you that 100 pip move unless fundamentals hit the market, all right, which it can. It was FOMC, all right? So that happened today with the US, but this thing can take off. Can this take off 100 pips? Yes, it can, but we're waiting for this to pull down about 13, between 10 and 13 more pips. We want this to come back to us. Now, if you want to do market execution, risk 1% of your account. All right, risk 1%. All right, remember, if you risk 1%, that could potentially pull back between 13 and 20 pips. So risk your 1% of your account and what you want to do. All right, so that's our buy limit on the AUD JPY. Let's look at AUD CHF. So AUD CHF has a clear downtrend. All right. So we have this consolidation here. All right. We have a consolidation here. And we have a low point of our market here. A low point of our week is right here. So the lowest point of our week is today, right now. And today is going to be what, Wednesday? Going into Thursday. All right. So we have our highest point, which is about right here, playing this level. Get the highest point and the lowest point. Swing low and swing high. So what we're looking for is for this to pull up to this zone here. So how far are we from this zone or from this this resistance? We're 28 pips. We're 28 pips from that area. Now, this can potentially come down here. All right, this can potentially come down here. If it breaks this level, all right, if it breaks this level, it can come down here. All right, it will. And how many pips is that? We got 100 pips. AUD CHF is not going to move 78 pips, all right? But we're looking for this to come to the upside. So we have a lot of resistance at this level here, a lot of resistance at this level, a lot of support resistance at this level. So we have support areas here, and we have some resistance areas here, all right? If it breaks this level here, so if it breaks this level here, yes, it's going to pull down. But I don't think it's going to do all that. Remove this. And we're going to get our retracement off this. All right, let's see what we're looking at here. We're going to do our swing low to our swing high. All right, swing low to our swing high. Now, this is 27 pips from our 27 pips from our resistance area, from the next resistance area. Now, that's a lot of pips for AUD CHF. All right, that's a lot of pips in general for the A range. All right, so we could potentially take this trade. All right, let's zoom in and let's see what it's giving us. It was giving us price action. So we got a lot of consolidation down here, right? We got a lot of consolidation, a lot of indecisiveness. All right, we got a lot of indecisiveness. We got a nice shoot. We got a nice hammer here. All right, we got some engulfing candles. We got a evening star. So we got some potential reversal. All right, but I don't like this low here. This low could potentially be retested. All right. So if we got it on market execution here, we have to be cognizant of a 40 pip pullback. A 40 pip pullback. All right. So look at our parameters. We could potentially have it break this structure, which is about 28 pips. All right. It could do this overnight. It definitely could push in this overnight. So we wanted to break up here. We're going to do a buy stop. All right. Buy stop. All right, with a potential 40 pip stop loss on this, 40 pip stop loss on this. Real tight stop loss on this. All right, and we always will do a 1 and 2. So we can take it to this high here, all right? This is our first high, all right? We can do our second high as well. We always want to do a risk to 1 and 2. All right, so we're going to do this, go to this high here. So we're going to wait for this trade to potentially come to us. Wait for this trade to break some of this structure here. We need to break this structure. This is the key level right here. So we need to break this structure here. Once it breaks this structure, we can take off to the upside. So we're going to do a buy stop on AUD CHF. All right, so here's your parameters here on AUD CHF. This is your buy stop here. All right, it's your buy stop. You want to take this trade. These are going to be your parameters. Now we got a lot of consolidation at this area. So when this pulls up to our level about 15 pips, all right, this can take off for the next 20, 30 minutes. We got a lot of time in the A range. The A range from 5 p to 1 a.m. All right. So we got a lot of time. We got from here to, we got 15 pips. So that's plenty of time. We don't want to get in that market execution and this pulls all the way down, all right, to our stop loss. So we want this to pull up to us. But this right here, from this level to the first level, is 58 pips. And to our consolidation area, is about 80 pips. All right. So you want to risk 2% of your account, 2% of your account. And how you do that is you take your account, multiply it by 2%. All right. And that's how much you're willing to risk in the market. So this is your buy stop entries here. We got a lot of trade setup. We got a lot of trade setups today. A lot of trade setups. I will be recording this, so no worries. But still write these down so you have them just in case the recording does not do its job. All right, so let's look at AUD USD. AUD USD. So I think this is our green list. This is our buys. This is all buys. AUD USD. We have a lot of support resistance areas. A lot of playing in the zone. We got a potential high point here. All right. This happened in February. All right. And we have our recent high. Most recent high is going to be in March 18th. All right. So our most recent high. We got a lot of consolidation here. Lots of consolidation right here. So as they're saying, we're playing in the fringe here, playing in the fringe. A lot of consolidation right here. All right. We're playing at some lows here as well. As we see prices bouncing up and down in the same price zone. It's going up and down in the same price zone. All right. So we want to see price come to the upside. Now we wait for price to come down, which is going to be an additional 20 pips or so. All right. So we for 20 pips to come down, or we could take it at the next break, which is going to be this level right here. Now this is AUD USD. This is going to move during the A range and during the year, and also during the USD session. So remember how you're trading this. If the US dollar is affected, all right, which can be strong, this thing can just pull down. All right, but AUD moves right now in the A range because the Australian dollar, their banks are open right now. So let's look at our swing high. That's our high point, and our swing low is right here. Let's take a look and see what we're looking at here. All right. Again, wait for this to pull up to us. 40 pips, which it can go 40 pips. We want to wait for this. Now, it's only going to be Thursday tomorrow. This could potentially push tomorrow and also into Friday. So it could put you in the profit tomorrow, 20, 30 pips, and also bring you into the Friday going to the upside. All right. So we have a complete downtrend to consolidation. So if we're our downtrend consolidation here, complete downtrend. We have a real move, we got a pullback. Real move, consolidation to another pullback. We want to make that pullback the correction. This could be your correction right here. If it breaks this level right here, this is going to be the correction area. So we're going to wait for it to come back to our correction. So we're going to long that position, and we're going to wait for these pendings. It's all going pendings. Take it to negative 27. We're going to hide it behind this support area as well. All right, hide it behind the support area. So behind this last low, all right, at that low is how we're going to get our right out of the reach of the dealer. This was our last low. This is going to put us out of the reach of the dealer. All right, now we're going for a long pips. Now, again, this can push up 50 to 60 pips. This moves in the A range, the Asian session, and also during the USD session. So we have a lot of time for this trade to hit. All right, so we're going to make this a pending order as well. All right, so that's going to be your buy stop for AUD USD. Let that come to you. AUD USD. All right, I'm gonna send all these trades out too, guys. I'm gonna speed up just a little bit. I'm gonna send these trades out, so no worries. Once you guys know what I'm looking at. So to the upside, AUD USD. All right, so we'll look at CAD CHF. CAD CHF. So CAD CHF, we have a clear downtrend here. All right, clear downtrend. So CAD CHF, we're looking for. We got some price action happening here. We're gonna zoom in just a little bit. All right, we got some price action happening here. All right. We got an evening star that pulled, golfing candle, right? We're looking at 4 hour. All right, we have our evening star. Everything's starting to pull. Everything's starting to pull up. We zoom out, clear downtrend. Hit these levels down here and broke it. It broke these levels. All right, it broke and retested these levels. Now it needs to break this level down here. All right, it needs to break these levels down here. When it breaks this level, that's where we want to get in. We're going to get in 1 hour so we can get in quicker. So what we're going to wait for is to get in at these levels. We got about 15 pips till it breaks these levels. All right. So let's look at our support and resistance areas. We have our swing low here. And we have a high point. Highest point and the lowest point. All right. Since our pull down, since our pullback, or since our correction. We wanted to break these levels right here. We're going to run into some trouble trying to make these big moves right about this area here, where the market hit some major support and resistance areas up here. All right. The market consolidated at these levels. The market consolidated, went sideways at this level. It broke this, bounced back. It's playing ping pong right now. But right now it broke this level and it broke this level. Now price wants to pull up. Now price is break and retesting right here. Price broke and it didn't fully retest. It didn't fully retest yet. All right. And it fully retests. In the event that it does, we don't lose anything because we're not going to get right into the trade. We're going to wait for it to break these levels. So when it breaks those levels, then we'll get into the trade. We want to be patient. We want to be patient. All right, look at our here. Ratio 1 to 2 looks good. So when price breaks these levels, that's when we'll get into the market. All right, so let's look at this. We have an entry. TP 0.75144. All right, so this is going to be our parameters for CAD CHF, here. That's the parameter. We want this game break this level, all right, to pull up into the market to pull some profit. Now, our first level is about 30 pips. 30 pips to the first level, and then we have 73 pips to the second. Again, some of these trades can bring you into next week, depending if you want to swing trade these or not. These are intraday now. These are intraday. These are to pull you back into profit. We're going to wait for these trades to pull us to profit. Intraday means you're trading that one session. So CAD JP or CAD CHF, it's going to be your A range trade. So we're looking for that A range to push. Now, London, you should be in profit. You should know whether you're in profit or if you lost money. That's what intraday is. You know if you lost or if you won money, or if your pending even hit, Now you can hold this pending because the market's going to pull back to these areas, and you can keep the analysis. All right, you can keep the analysis. You don't have to delete the analysis. This is what the market's going to come back to. Now this could pull down all the way back to this level here. All right, it can pull back to these levels here. It can go ahead, not even touch our pending, and just pull all the way down to these levels. All right, which is no loss for us because we're not in the market. That's where we're being patient. Because it's the end of the week. It's trap days coming up, and Friday's our trap day, but tomorrow's Thursday. This is when the market's going to push. All right, it's going to push. So CAD JPY, same deal. A live consolidation, these levels here. All right, price did not get up here, reject it, and pull down. Now prices have been rejected as well down here. It's getting ready to pull down again to pull up. All right. Now we can wait for the market, or we can get right on in. All right. Now we want to wait for the market to hit this level again. Wait for the market to hit these levels here to let it pull down and to pull us in the profit. So we got about 15 to 20 pips. We want to wait for the market to continue to pull down. It's not done yet. This market's not done pulling down. All right, not done pulling down. We got a clear downtrend. Clear downtrend. All right, we got clear downtrend happening right here. Clear downtrend happening right here. All right, so we want this to pull down and then come back up. So our thoughts is for this to pull down, reach our levels. All right, and then pull on up, pull back up to here. All right, so we're gonna do a buy stop as well on this. Let's do a long position right at the bank level. Right at the bank level. All right, and we have these levels out of the reach of the dealer. Out of the reach of the dealer. All right, we got a buy stop, or sorry, buy limit is gonna be a buy limit. Wait for the market to pull down and bring you in the profit. So buy limit is gonna be 86. All right, so our buy limit for CAD JPY, Canadian versus the yen. Canadian versus the yen. Now we got a lot of support areas, There's some strong support areas down here. We got one of our highest points, which is up here. And one of our lowest points, which is down here. So we're out of the reach of the dealer on this. We're out of the reach of the dealer. Now, this thing could potentially pull down, but we got a long ways for it to pull. But it's not done pulling down. So we want to wait for it to hit our bank level, which is right here. All right. And it could potentially drop to this portion of it, give us some drawdown, about 20 pips or so in drawdown, which is expected. All right. Because it reached here once, doesn't say it can't do it again. Or this could just go ahead and reject and pull back up. But we want to wait. We want to go ahead. We're out of the reach of the dealer. We're good. And we have a lot of support levels here. So yeah. GCAD. All right, GPCAD. All right, playing in a fringe right now. GPCAD is playing in a fringe, playing consolidation. Playing a big consolidation. We want this to potentially break, but it's already Wednesday. So remember, we have the average daily range of the week. All right, so it's already exceeded the average daily range of the week on this downtrend. So it's complete downtrend all week. All right, almost all month. All right. A lot of touches to this upside. Now we're going ahead and we're playing in this. A lot of touches to the downside. It broke our trend line. All right, so we're waiting for this to pull back up. So we potentially want this to hit this level. All right, to continue up. But how many pips do we have to the next level? We have about 80 pips to that next level. 80 pips to that next level. Now this is not done pulling down yet. It's not done pulling down yet. Let's see if we can get an actual entry faster than what we see now. Let's check. All right, we could potentially. We're going to get in right at our shift, right at the shift of the crosses here. Okay. So when these cross, we want to be in the market. We want to be in a clear market when this crosses. Got about 15 or so pips. Want to bring it up to these highs. And we want to play a nice conservative stop loss. All right, conservative stop loss there. All right, that's about 40 pip stop loss or so. 1, 2, yeah, we got a nice support resistance area. So let's check this. What's our last high? All right, good. All right, so we're gonna be getting in at a buy stop. We're getting so close to it. We're getting close to it. So we are about 8 pips from it. 8 pips from this buy stop. So this could activate in the next like 20, 30 minutes. Let's check. We have our TP is gonna be next level. Again, don't market execution this. Let this come to you because this can come potentially just pull back down. All right, we want to let the market pull this into profit. So we're about 8 pips away. So if you want to type that one in, give you some time to type that one in. This actually may happen in the next like 20, 30 minutes. This can pull you into profit. But remember, you don't want to take any trades that's already 10 to 15 pips already in profit from the entry. So this was, if you were late on this trade and this was already, 15 to 20 pips, you don't want to take that trade because it's already, your risk to reward will be messed up. Right now, your risk to reward is a 2. All right. We're doubling our profit versus our risk. So this is going to be your buy stop. This could happen in the next 20, 30 minutes. So give you some time to type that in if you want to type it in. All right, so let's look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin's going to be a right now trade. Bitcoin's going to be a right now trade. So Bitcoin has dropped pretty low. Now Bitcoin could potentially come back to 54. All right, could potentially come back here. Could potentially come right back here, which is expected, or it's expected to. Right now it's playing at these levels here. A lot of support areas right here. So it potentially could come back to this bank level here, which is, likely, very likely. Bow, bow, bow. Now Bitcoin is going to look to go to the upside. Bitcoin is trying to break these levels so it can come back up here to 61. All right. It's continuing to drop. Now it's continuing to drop. So what I'm looking for is the Bitcoin to break this level. All right. For Bitcoin to break this level at the 54,500 level, 54,500, and then hit this level and pull this into profit. That's what I'm looking for. Now, we don't have a lot of news coming in tomorrow from the US. All right. Not too much coming from the US. We got endless job claims. So what we can potentially do is wait for this to pull down some more. Wait for this to pull down some more. Want to be patient on this. All right, want to be patient on this for sure. Be patient on Bitcoin. The bank level is very low, lower than I want it to be. All right, so we're going to look at Bitcoin to be a buy limit. We're waiting for this to pull down some more. So this is our conservative right here. Oops, sorry. All right, we want Bitcoin to come to us. We want this to pull down a little more, just a little more. And we're going to play at that 53.82 level, which is out of the reach of the dealer right here. Out of the reach of the dealer. All right, so we want Bitcoin to come to this level here and to pull us back up. Now, this is going to be a little bit of a longer trade. So use proper risk on this. Now, if you have a different broker, don't use a higher lot size. But we're looking for this to go back to the upside. Now, this is a potential trade you can hold towards the weekend as well. But right now, we want to see what this thing does tomorrow and Friday. So this can pull down. We want it to come to this level here to pull back up. All right. So we're coming back up to these levels here. So our buy limit on Bitcoin, Now, if you're an investor on Bitcoin, like a personal investment, these are good levels to actually buy Bitcoin as well. So this entry, that 54 area is a good way to start putting some money into Bitcoin as well. So if you invest in Bitcoin, this is a good area to put money to, put some money on at these levels. Bitcoin's only gonna go up from here. All right, this is gonna be one buy limit. All right, this is one of the buy limits. One of the buy limits here. Now we have another buy limit just as well. All right, another buy limit as well. This is the conservative. This is going to be the aggressive. All right, it's going to be the aggressive. All right, so this is conservative, that's aggressive. All right, so now our conservative one is going to be this buy limit here. This could be a little longer. This could happen Friday or Saturday. We don't know. But right now, we're looking for what it's going to do right now. So what I'm looking for Bitcoin to do right now is for a buy limit of 55,762. Like right now today or in the next couple hours for it to pull down and come back up. But for the long term, for this to pull all the way down to these levels here and then pulls back into profit. So type both of these in if you want them. This is the second one. Gonna be entry 55, 762, 36. TP 56. 7.59. All right. So both of these are good buy limits. Got two buy limits on Bitcoin. Two buy limits on Bitcoin. Make sure you put your stop loss in. Make sure you put your stop loss in. Now, if this pulls down and stops you out, all right, you do have a buy limit, all right? So you will make sure you need to do proper risk management on this. All right, you do have a stop loss. So if it hits the stop loss, it's going to pull down to this level right here. All right, put you back into the market. So you leave the market by hitting your stop loss, you get back into the market. All right, and by the time that it hits this re-entry, you'll already break even. All right, and you'll be profiting as well. You'll break even and profit. So what Bitcoin can do is come down here, put you in the market. All right, potentially hit your stop loss out because it wasn't done pushing. All right, analysis can be wrong, but it wasn't done pushing. Then it puts you into the market, back into the market. All right, it comes back up to the upside to this level here where you entered, making you break even and then profiting even more. That's why we use proper risk. All right, that's why we use proper risk. So that's what it could potentially do. Now the market's always right. All right, it's always right. So these are our buy limits on Bitcoin. All right, let's go to GBP USD. All right, GBP USD, GBP USD. Got a lot of bank levels here now. GBP USD is doing a lot here. It's doing a lot. Looking at our higher time frame, we have a clear downtrend. All right, clear downtrend. All right, but it's hitting some resistance levels here. So we got a resistance level right here. We're looking for it to pull back down to these levels. Pull back down to these levels. So look at our 1 hour, our intraday trading level. So here we are here. How far are we from our next level? That's an easy pullback for GBP USD. Easy pullback. Now that bank level is 137. So our bank level is 137. And price usually respects anything with triple zeros at the end. Usually respects it. As you see, it's respecting that area. Our prices are respecting this area. So we want to see what we're looking at. See what we're looking at. We got a potential pull up. All right, so we got some areas here. We got some support resistant areas here. Okay, cool. Out of the resistant areas, bow. This was March. This was March. This is April. This is our lowest point of the week. All right, so our lowest point of the week here. So our aggressive entry is at market execution. Our conservative entry is when it gets to us. 30 pips. So 30 pips, which is easy for GBP to do. Very easy for it to do. All right, let's mark off our areas. Let's zoom out just a little bit. We got some resistance up here. Our highest point of the week is up here, back at TP. Highest points back at TP. All right. So we got a pretty good trade here. We got a pretty good trade setup. All right, so let's look at the levels of all right, let's look at let's look at these next 30 pips. All right, these are levels here for GBP USD. All right, these levels here. All right, this has a possible pullback of another 50 pips. All right, this is the aggressive interest here. Now we can do it. We can double on this. We can double on this. Wait for it to get to this bank level here. All right. Wait for it to get this big level here as well. This is how you price, well, not price trapping, but this is how you play off of it. Wait to get this level here as well. There we go. Out of the reach of the dealer as well. All right. Look to our left. Another bank levels down here. This is another resistance area. So will GP pull this far? Probably not. Probably not going to pull this far. Probably not going to pull this far. All right. But here's our two trades here. You have this entry and you have this entry. It's going to be a buy limit. So this buy limit right here, waiting for price to get to you. All right. Your buy limit. Entry. All right, here's your buy limit. Give you a chance to write that down. Now, what price can do is continue to pull back, break these levels. If it breaks these levels, all right, it's gonna hit the stop loss. That's a big pull down. It's a big pull down for GBP USD. But I see GBP USD taking off to the upside. It's taking off to the upside a good 60 to 100 pips. A good 60 to 100 pips. You can get at least 60 pips overnight on this. At least overnight. All right, at minimum 20. At minimum 20. Before you close your eyes, you can get at least 20 pips on this. If you enter that market execution, all right, at least 20 pips on this. This has about 20 pips to our entry. This can take 20 pips, come to our entry, and pull back down. It can come to the entry, tap was in the market, pull back 20 pips. All right. It's got to make those higher highs and higher lows to come back up. It's got to go up and down, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. So what it can do is come up, make that higher high, tap is in the market, and then make that higher low. All right. Breaking these levels up here, breaking these levels. All right. So we got GBP USD. We got an aggressive, a buy stop, and a buy limit. We got all bases covered on this. Now, as far as selling this, I'm not looking to sell GBP USD. The pound is real strong, so I'm not looking for this to come all the way down back to these 35, 800 bank levels. Not looking at that. I don't see that happening. I've been trading this one. This is probably the one pair I actually trade, and I don't see this. This is trying to come back up to the 4,000. All right, 4,000. And our last one, GJ. All right, GJ. This was our trade today, but it didn't go through. It never hit, so we're going to delete that. And we're going to look for a new opening. All right, a new opening. All right, GBP JPY looks good up here. We got our low of the week. We got our high of the week. All right, get the high and low. So it looks like, let's see, getting ready to make that W, guys. Get ready to do it. This dropped very low. This dropped very low. So let's look at this. This could be a market execution for us. Yep. Perfect. All right, this is going to be a market execution right here. It's going to be a market execution here. All right, definitely proper risk on these. It's going to push up. All right, this is a market execution on a buy. So here's the parameters on GJ. Give some time to write that down. All right. So let's look at it as our buys. As our buys here. All right. So let's look at our sells. Look at our red list, our sells. So Euro AUD. Euro AUD. Remove these drawings. There we go. So Euro AUD. Looking at a good sell pretty soon. Got some hot spots here. We got our low of the week. We got our high of the week. At these big levels. So looking to take it back to this level here. All right, we want to take it back to this level here. All right, we are looking to take it back. So we can do, actually, want to do a market on this. This is actually throwing us some pretty good price action on all time frames. Good evening star. How many pips to the next zone? 18 pip pullback. All right, so let's see what we got. Oops. All right, looking at these levels down here, coming back to the zone. Come back to this zone here. Let's put our stop loss in place. Out of the reach of the dealer. All right, out of the reach of the dealer. Spread times 2. Out of reach of that dealer. Also behind this resistance area as well, so we should be looking good. Has the potential to reach these highs. Has the potential to reach these highs. Now fundamentals could change that. All right, but we look pretty good. This is due for a pullback. Due for a major pullback. Yeah, this is due for a pullback. We want to wait for it to come to us. We got about 10 pips or so. All right. We got about 10 pips. So let's do a sell stop on this. Let's do a pending sell stop on Euro AUD. All right, all right. Our stop loss. Make sure we use all proper risk management on proper risk management on each trade. This is our stop loss. There you go. Good deal. It's coming in, it's coming into play pretty soon. We got about 8 pips to the opening to our entry. So what this can do is put us in the market and pull back, potentially 10, 15 pips, and then continue to push down. This is going to be a slower trade, euro versus the Australian dollar, but it's the analysis we're looking at. It exhausted a weekly ADR, average daily range. So therefore, now we're looking for this to pull back down for the correction back to this zone here. So Euro NZD, same deal. Same deal, Euro NZD, same deal. All right, Euro NZD, same deal. Where we go? There we go. We got some bank levels here. All right, price is playing pretty good in these areas. Price can potentially reach up here. All right, it can reach up here. It's exhausted the average daily range already, so I don't see it reaching up here as well. So let's see a lot of support resistance areas up here. Yeah, a lot up here, a lot of touches up here. Wait for price to come to us. So we got about, so let's say 15 pips till it pulls down. Yeah, we want to wait for this thing to pull back to us. All right, we're going to get it right at our cross. Come back down to these levels. We're out of the reach of the dealer as well. Up here, out of the reach of the dealer. This is the highs up here. Highs of the week so far. All right, tomorrow is Thursday. So the high right now is Wednesday right now. It's the highest right now. This could be our midweek reversal right here. This could be our midweek starting the high of the M. All right, come down, come up, come down, pull back again. So potentially do this. Pulls up. Midweek reversal, come down. Sorry. Pull down. Pull us into the market. Pull back up. Not breaking this high. And pull back down for TP. All right, just like that. First high, second high. Second high did not take out the first high, so therefore we have that midweek reversal for the week to come back down. So that's what I'm looking at. So let's see our sell stop. Let's wait for this moving average to go ahead and cross. So let's be patient. Hold on, let's move this back a little bit. It's a little too close. All right, that works. Just a little. All right. So we got sell stop. Let the market come to us. We got 1.69160. That's going to be our entry. TP. Or sorry, stop loss. 1.69648. TP 1.68194. All right, this is our sale on Euro NZD. So again, expect that drawdown. You are in the higher time frame. You still got to play into the 4-hour time frame as well. So watch out for that drawdown. It's not going to be a lot. We're looking for this to just continue straight down. Now, again, when you get to a position where your trades can be risk-free, make sure you make them risk-free. All right, make them risk-free. I'm going to save that here. There's your parameters. So I'll stop there. All right, we did our buys, we did our sells, and now let's look at our right now, please. All right, so guys, we have our midweek reversal right here. It's already happening. It's already happening. Got our high point here. All right, already creating what we want. It's already creating what we want right here. Oh no. It's already creating what we want. We want to take that all the way down. Coming down to give us what we want. That perfect M all the way down to these levels. So where we at? Euro CAD. So we see Euro CAD is hitting our power 50, guys. Hit our power 50 right now. So we're going to take Euro CAD down to let's check it. How many pips is this? Too easy. All right, this is going to be a market execution on this. We have a potential pullback of, let's see, of 20 pips. Yeah, about potential. All right, guys, looking good. Now this is gonna be a longer trade. It's gonna be a longer trade. Your CAD is gonna be a longer trade. All right, because it has to return back to your higher time frame. It has to return back to your higher time frame. So it's gonna have to make these moving averages cross. So you'll be when these moving averages cross, you're potentially gonna be already 50 to 60 pips in profit. So it's gonna be a longer trade to come all the way back down for about 186 pips. All right, it's gonna be a longer trade. So it's gonna be a swing trade here. It's going to be a swing trade. We're going to get in at the 1 hour. So our stop loss, or sorry, entry. So at current market price. All right, it's going to be your swing trade. So use proper risk on this. It's going to be a much longer trade. Okay, you got to have patience for this. Much longer trade. So use the proper risk management. Use 1% of your account on these swing trades. These are longer. So you have this is 186 pip TP for about a 90 pip or so. Yeah, it's about 90 pips. So about close to 90 pips of a stop loss. So make sure you're using proper risk. Now this thing is due for a massive pullback. Due for a massive pullback. So be patient on it. So your market execution on this, all right. All right, cool. All right, Euro GBP, same deal. Euro GBP, same deal. We got these levels down here. We also got somebody that's touching a lot here. There we go. We're gonna take it back to this level up here. We're going to take it to this level here. Now, we could potentially go down here as TP2. All right. If you're in profit, you see it as TP2, but it can potentially come down and pull back up. All right. But we want to come down to these levels. So we're going to put our stop loss out of the reach of the dealer, spread times 2. This is going to be a market execution. All right. Come back down to these levels. Stop loss is out of the reach of the dealer. All right. Again, waiting for that. This is our midweek reversal right here. This is our highest point of our week. All right. Highest point of our week right here. Continuously uptrend. Our week started on the 5th of April. All right. And it did nothing but go up. It did nothing but go straight up. Complete uptrend. It already exhausted the average daily range, which the average daily range is definitely at 100. April 5th started here, came down. So the push started at 186 pips, so 191. 191. So we have 191 divided by 3. So 63 pips a day. Is that where it goes? So it's already exhausted that for the 3 trading days. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. It's already exhausted that. So this has no choice but to really come down unless fundamentals takes it. Now this could come up here, yes. But exhausting the average daily range is going to have to make some of that pullback. So this is going to be a market execution on this. Average daily range is definitely exhausted. So entry is going to be at market execution. Stop loss. TP. This is Euro GBP. Make sure you use proper risk on this. All right, and last one, GBP CHF. All right, looking for this to come to the upside. We got some support levels right here. Got a good support level right there. So price isn't breaking too much right there. This exhausted is that average daily range as well. It's complete downtrend all week downtrend. It's gonna wait for that pullback, get 50% of that move. So we're gonna bring it all the way back up. We're gonna wait for our entry. How far we risk from the zone, inside the zone here. So we're 12 pips in that zone. So let's zoom in. And let's wait for these moving averages to go ahead and cross for us. We'll make this a buy stop out of the reach of the dealer. To our left, price was there. Yes, it was. Takes us up for a ratio of 1 to 2. We look good on this. Now we can go TP2, but we don't need to do all that. As fundamentals, that was the British exit news right there. The Brexit, that was Brexit. We don't need all that. So we're just gonna wait for this to potentially break up out of this area. Wait for these moving averages to cross, all right, and then pull back up. So we'll do a buy stop on this. Actually, hold on. How far are we from this zone? All right, now we're good. We can do market execution. All right, so buy at market execution. So I lost 1.27371 TP 1.28735. All right, proper risk on all of these. Now these exhaust is average daily range. These are all the pairs that I've seen exhaust is average daily range. All right, they're oversold or overbought right now. So this is an average. This is a buy market execution. Use proper risk on all trades, guys. Complete downtrend. All right, complete downtrend. Now I'm breaking that trend line. Get ready to break that trend line. All right, get ready to break that trend line and take off on the other side. All right, get ready to take off the other side. All right. So this is Gbp Chf, the pound versus the Swiss. All right. All right, guys. I appreciate you guys being on. Those are all the pairs that I've seen. We had our buys, we had our market executions, and we had our sells. All right. I appreciate you guys being on. This will be recorded. I'll go ahead and send you guys this in the chat as well. If you miss some, stay tuned for tomorrow's live session. All right. Let's go ahead and watch this market. Be patient with these trades. Use proper risk. All right. We have over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We have 15 trade ideas, okay? 15 trade ideas for tonight, all the way from A-Ring to New York session. So we got 15 trade ideas, guys, 15. Some are going to hit, some are going to miss, all right? You got 15 trades. You could lose 6 trades, all right? Or you could lose 10 trades or 1-5, lose 10, you can still profit. Now, why? Use proper risk management. Lose 5, 1-5, lose 10, and still be profitable in the market. Why? Because you use proper risk management. Using proper risk management. And why? Because those risk to rewards are the same, but some have higher take profits and some have bigger payouts. Like Euro GBP is the best Forex trade, best Forex currency pair because it gives you the highest payout out of all the Forex pairs, even higher payout than gold. All right, so stay cognizant of your pairs. Know your pairs and know when to trade them. But we do have some right now trades, and the ones we have right now are EuroCAD, Euro GBP, and G Chef. Good for the Asian session, good for A range. All right, good for that A range. Other than that, that's all I have, guys. I appreciate you guys being on. All right. I will see y'all tomorrow for TDI class. And we're going to get to the bag. Guys, get to the bag. Get to the bag. Who was blue today? Who was blue today? Who called those? Who did 5% today? Who did 5% today? I know Jay did. Jay always got his 5%. He ain't on right now. He always got his 5%. All right, guys. I appreciate you guys being on. I'm going to holler at you guys.
My entire team is my life. My entries are always precise. My exits are all time concise. My future